Today we've got a card shuffler. It's a machine that shuffles cards. Now, if you're just running one deck through it, it does it nice and fine, but if you want to play hand and foot or something, you need like 6 decks. We'll just go ahead and press the paddle. Do that. You have to hold this down. So you can see now, we weren't done shuffling cards, and it already like came out here, and if I had it sitting down on the desk, it has a very high chance, and it does this a lot of the time, just falls out like that. And then you end up with a mess of like 6 decks of cards. So we've got to fix that. What's going on with this? It seems like if I push this down, it's got a fairly stiff spring, but it's not stiff enough. So, also, we're going to try and replace that paddle with a button. That's going to be a lot of work, but we can do it. Alright, first thing we got to do, no matter what's going on, got to find a way to take care of all these cards. Alright, we got to crack this thing open. So, immediately I see we got 2 screws there, 2 screws there. Right there's the vertical screws. But once we remove this plunger piece, we'll get access to those. So come on. Let's open you up. And the last screw for this top part. Let's go. Don't want to be dropping our screwdriver. Alright. So that just pops right out. This little hunk of junk. Cards just kind of hit this and they bend down like that. Now I have this extremely solid looking piece of plastic. Yeah, I don't know how to get into this. It's almost like it wasn't supposed to be taken apart. I know it'll let me in. Let's get through the annoying amount of batteries. Oh, let's go. The batteries are hiding some screws. It's the bats. The bats are hiding the screws, mate. We got screws. This screwdriver's way too big. See if I have anything else. Come on. Fiddling around with dad tools. I need like a big flathead, because I think these accept flatheads too, right? Yes. Well, it sure looks like... I'm using a flathead. This is just a Phillips bit. But the flathead is working better than the Phillips, so... Getting back out the Phillip. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just going to take out all the screws that I can see. Ooh, there are screws. I want to keep you in nice, good condition. Right, I'm not trying to be rude or anything. But if you want to be rude to me, I can play that game too. I could just, like, meld away all the plastic and shoot you with a gun. How you like that, eh? How would you like that little annoying screw? He was really hiding in there. Is it a she? How do I tell the gender of my screws? I'm gonna try and pry off the bottom because I really think that it can be pried off. We can get in there somehow. I'm gonna open this up. At this point, it's not a question of if, it's a question of when. I'm not gonna kill you yet. For later. I got a screw out. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently this is how you use a screwdriver, because we got this out. There's gotta be a way to get into this freaking thing. I'm a half hour in. This has been a half hour of my time. I know it's probably been like nothing for you guys. Okay, here's my idea. I'm gonna stick the screwdriver here for leverage. Maybe down here. I'm not going to let the stupid, cheap card shuffler win this battle. I never knew what it was like to fight little robot. Now I do, and it's not fun. I cracked it. What are you holding? This piece of crap. Oh. I feel like an idiot. You know, sometimes before you spend 40 minutes going off on a piece of plastic, you should check and see if there are any screws. Well, there's a screw, a screw, a screw, and a screw. These are going to be the screws of shame. Holy mackerel! That there is why it wasn't working. And there's 4 of these. There are 4 of them. 4 of those massive screws. Alright, last screw. End this madness. This is a 42-minute disassembly. Finally see all the stupid electronics that are in this. Oh my gosh. Finally entered my own territory. The amount of care that was put in to this cheap power shuffler. It's just absolutely insane. So, I don't want to talk about it. Oh yeah, 4.5 volts is more than enough for them to run. So that leads me to the question of, if they're both running extremely well on this little battery pack here, then why on earth do you need this 4 C batteries? Just why? It runs just fine on 3 AA's. Alright, running out of storage on the old phone here, so I had to bump down the video quality. I hope it's not terrible. I don't know how this quality looks, but we're in. Here's my little button. We'll just get out the old Gerber wire clippers. Terrible. These soldering jobs are terrible. Push you down. I'm disconnecting the power because you don't need the power. Let's go. Okay. I can't find the cover, but it's working. So it's just that the batteries were falling out. Alright, we've got the batteries. Finally, hooked up to a button. My gosh, this is taking way too freaking long to do. Alright, now, right here, we've got about the jankiest setup ever. And I brought me up some duct tape. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and give this a bit less jank. So, right now, all we have hooked up is this switch. I know about where it needs to be hooked up. It's fairly easy to do. There's a button, sorry. So, yeah, I'm just gonna route this button here to the outside. Somehow, I'm thinking through this giant hole here. Should be fairly simple to do. But I've got these extremely thin wires. I'm gonna use my little wire stripping technique that I think a lot of people could learn from. I take a knife and I just shave off a bit of the insulation here. As soon as I see the wire, I stop. And the goal of that is to expose that little piece of wire. Now all that I've got to do is try and kind of bridge the wire. Just want to get a little bit of it up. I'm just trying to separate it from the insulation, and I'm just going to try and work the knife under there just to really get that bridge in there. I'm just going to try and use the knife to slice. Please tell me I didn't slice the wire. Okay. Some of the wire is intact. Enough of the wire is intact. We've got a successfully-ish stripped wire. Alright. So we've got both of our ends stripped, and we can go ahead and hook that up here real quick. Alright, I'm in a different shirt. We're going to go ahead and fix this up. So, we've got our duct tape here. Go ahead and tear off a little piece of that. Come on. Texas duct tape in the United States. Oh, God. Well, I'm gonna have to deal with that. So we're sticking with the plan. Alright, I'm gonna stick the wire to the duct tape. I'm gonna try and feed it under there. Is it good? Is it good now? Alright, and I could even use this to push it down. Make sure we've got a good connection. I think I've connected to the underside. Nice, that was extremely successful. Alright. Alright, is that good? Are we good? I'm not good. Something's off. Yeah, it might be this battery is just completely out. I'm gonna have to find that battery cover. It's around here somewhere. Come on. Let's go! We actually have a working button. Righty, gone ahead and gotten this button glued on. Now it's time we start reassembling. Alright, we got the thing assembled, and it's not working. You see, it's very shaky as to whether or not it's gonna work. Like, to be honest, if I just hit it around a little bit, it'll probably work. But yeah, it wasn't working last night, and then it started working this morning, and then it stopped working now. So I'm not sure what's going on. I really don't want to have to take this back apart, because it's a pain to do, but I may have to. I got the batteries in there really nice too, with the springs no longer bent. So, I mean, I don't know what's going on. I really do not. I'm gonna see if there's like a bad connection or something. It's probably my duct tape, honestly. I need to do a better job of duct taping it. Luckily, now that I know how to disassemble it, it won't take me hours and hours to do. So I can easily disassemble and reassemble this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take off these big screws. I'll see you back in a minute. Alright, we got the screws off. Now all we gotta do is pop her open. It's nice and easy disassembling now that I know what I'm doing. So, yeah. Oh wait, I gotta put the freaking batteries in. Now, we're good. So we got batteries in there. And of course, it'll work now. So, is it my duct tape job? I feel like it probably is. If I just remove this little screw here, it should be a heck of a lot easier to do that. So, if I just take this off. Oh, yes. Oh, this is amazing. Really wish I would have tried that yesterday when I was going at this, but I didn't. So yeah, it was the duct tape. It's not strong enough. So I'm going to try it again. This time we're going thinner. Let's go. No soldering in sight. Well, we've got a good job here. And now we're going to take off the rest of this little piece here on the duct tape. Right there. And we're going to make sure this whole thing stays down. Now, that is about as good of a duct tape job as it gets. Works perfect. Just ram that in there and we'll be good to go. So with that rammed in there, clamping that down, I mean, you can't really push that down anymore, and that's really what I want. Okay, because you don't need to push down to operate anymore. Look at that. Runs beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. Just go ahead and chuck this on there. Now, we've got to rip out the batteries after we have performed our maintenance. And we've got to ram in 4 of these extremely long screws. I don't know why the heck this plastic card shuffler needs these monsters in it, but it's got them, and I've got to deal with it. So I'll see you back in a couple minutes. This is not a quick process. This thing is ready for action. Look at that. It's freaking amazing. So, now we've got to put on our little dingus thing here that just makes sure the cards go boing. So, that's, if I remember correctly, just these tiny little black screws. I mean, these things are insanely small. It's like, this thing is going to get hit by thousands of cards. And yet the thing that's just holding on a piece of plastic, you got the screws that are like a mile long. I mean, that's heaps big for this. Alright. Can you just get in the hole, mate? Put you on my magnetic screwdriver here. Get you in there. Yes. Come on. Get down there, yeah. Alright, next screw. This thing's about to be together and we can finally shuffle some cards. I'm surprised. The cards that I have from the intro, after, I mean, we're nearing 24 hours of work on this thing. They haven't fallen over yet. They're still standing. The tower of cards. I'll bring it in here real quick after I tighten these screws. I'll go ahead and give them a shuffle. This time with the button, no longer using that craptastical switch. Wait. Gosh. Trying to make sure that I don't mess up my adhesive, because it's apparently not fully cured yet. Put it on at like 8:30 last night. It's like 3:30 right now. It takes 24 hours to cure, so I'll hold off on pushing on it too hard. Did I mess it up? No, it's like rock hard in place too. I think that's fairly well cured, but I don't want to risk anything. Lord knows I hate taking risks. Right, this thing has been standing here since yesterday. So, we're going to go ahead and take 6 decks of cards at a time on the modified card shuffler. Card shuffler 9000. I'll have to write that on there in Sharpie when I'm done before I give it back to me nan. Oh mate, this thing's freaking amazing. Okay, we'll make it blue on both sides. Alright, ready? Wait, I keep wanting to press down on the pedal because that's what you're supposed to do originally. Alright, we're gonna press the button. Oh wait, before I do that, I'll stick back in this problematic piece of crap. That's our next task. Absolutely no issues besides this thing nearly falling out way too early. Just a bit of a visual demonstration. She chucks this thing in here, alright? Sitting down there on the table. And then she starts shuffling her cards. It's running down, alright? And it's like, whoa, I want to come out. But heck no, there's a freaking gate here. Alright? It's not going to come out at all. And then she's like, alright, I'm about to take my cards out. So she opens up the gate and she's like, hey, cards are coming out. So that's basically the idea. Let's head out to the garage. Alright. You got me a drill there. And so you can tell by the quality of my work, I can definitely be trusted with a drill. Alright. So let's just go ahead and I have no idea how that's secured in there. It's not a very good method, whatever it is. Just gonna go ahead and hey, we got through. It's actually a fairly clean hole. And then just drill a hole in this craft stick here. Come on. Alright, now, all we gotta do is line these up, and we'll have ourselves a working gate. But I want to have it kind of bend under there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my pencil and mark a place where I can cut it. So it'll do that. But I just want to cut like a slit in the bottom. I'll probably end up just drilling it out. So can I please find about where the hole is? Come on, gotta line this up enough. That's good enough. So, about here-ish is where I need to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a bigger drill bit. I'll be right back. Alright. I'm still recording, yeah? Got me a bigger drill bit. And won't go through. Alright, we're getting it. Come on, is the battery dying? What the heck is going on with this? Battery is really low. Let me see if I've got another one. Found another one. This one's still low battery, but it might have enough. Okay, I got through it. Now I need to cut through that. So let me find something. Alright, I'm hoping that this razor blade will work. So I'll just go ahead and try and cut through it. A. getting somewhere. Alright. Yeah. I'm really hoping that I did my measurements correctly. My proper measurements don't really exist, so I didn't do any proper measurements. That fits on there great. So this would work great if the hole is in the right spot, which I do not believe that it is. Which could be an issue. That could be quite an issue. I need to learn how to measure. Come on. Come on, man. Can I like mark where I need the hole to be? So I don't quite exactly know where I need the hole to be. Let me grab the drill again. So marked. Bounce. Whoa. Should probably hold that in place. But I think if I get this in the right spot, that would be freaking awesome. So I'm just going to drill it right there. Alright. The reason why I did that is if it's not the right spot, then I've made a new hole in the right spot. So, now, I've just got to remember to use the outside hole and the top hole. And I should be good to go. Because the drill went through straight, both of them. So that means that a nail can go through straight both of them. Let's go ahead and grab a nail. We're now in a different location with a normal-ish camera angle. I've got the gate, I've got the nail, and I've got a hammer, and I've got the shuffler. So, in theory, if I just have this on here, and I should be able to just kind of feed it in there. I shouldn't need the hammer, actually. I didn't drill the holes wide enough, did I? Nah, they're like actually perfect. Then I'll put it through that other little hole. May need the hammer for this. Okay. Alright, it's through both of them. And we're in. So yeah, it's got a gate now. And what I've got to do now is take a pair of pliers, just kind of bend that nail so it's down there, and then I'll snip it off. So, I'll head up to my room. Alright, we're back at home in my room. Tell you, this thing is taking a lot of time, but we're finally ready for the finishing touches. I'll just get out the gearbers here. Just have to bend that nail up. Here, I'll move this out of the way. Gotta kind of grab it. Yep. No. What's gonna happen here is with this nail, alright, we're gonna stick it in there and it's gonna work as a perfect hinge. I'm just gonna duct tape it in because then this thing can just rotate on the nail head. So now the gate system is functional. But does it work with cards? Go ahead and Alright, so I have complete control over what my grandma does with this, because I can just tell her how she's supposed to use it. So I think what I'm gonna do, being the genius that I am, I'm just gonna tell her, hey grandma, you know what now? You just gotta do that and push it down. So you just gotta basically have it all the way at the bottom. Then you've just gotta close your gate. And it's that easy. Okay, once you've gotten your gate fully closed, then you take one half of the cards, put it over here, take the other half of the cards, put it over here, and then push your button, and your 6 decks of cards, open up the gate, pull out your cards, and it's ready to go. We did it! We freaking did it! Oh my gosh. I can't believe that I just spent that much of my lifetime modifying a card shuffler. And an automatic card shuffler of all things I'm going to spend my time on. This is it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. It's taken me, we still haven't reached 24 hours on this, but it's getting dang near close. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed. This took freaking forever. If you did, please subscribe, alright? Or hit the like button, whatever you choose. If you enjoy it, I don't really care what you do actually. Just do whatever you please. Have an amazing rest of your day. I know that I will, knowing that I don't have to touch this thing again. Because this took way too freaking long. But it works now. And, yeah. See y'all next time. Bye.